Hello, my name is Miranda. I'm a mama of four, a wife, and a Seint artist, and today I'm going to show you how to do your makeup using a Seint palette. So this is kind of like our beginner palette. We have 4 shades. So you might hear me say a brightening shade, that's kind of like your concealing shade, a main highlight, which is like your foundation color, a contour, and a lip and cheek. So kind of like a blush and lipstick all in one. So we'll go over each of these things as I apply them so you know what I'm talking about. All of these are little magnetized tins that just fit really nicely into these little, we call it a palette. They're super thin, perfect for traveling with and just keeping your makeup all together in one place. There's different sizes. This one holds 12 palettes. You can get even more than that too. So let's begin. I am going to start off with my under eyes. So I am just going to use a little bit of my main shade to begin with. And right now my main shade is called Sandy. Now if you're interested in getting some makeup, I can help you find your perfect shades for free. Okay, the link will be in my bio, or you can just comment on the video and I can help you out. So all I'm doing is just lightly applying just a little bit of makeup just under my eye area using my main shade, my main highlight, okay? It doesn't take much at all. This makeup is really pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with my, what we call brightening shade. So some of you may know this as concealer. Again, I will help you find your perfect match. So all I'm gonna do is dot on a little bit of, I'm using June, onto my brush, and then just very lightly kind of stipple in the inner corner and bring it down my eye a little bit. And then I'm just gonna do the same up the side of my eye. Okay, now the reason why we do this instead of the traditional way of just applying a whole bunch of concealer under our eye is to prevent creasing. So if you have a ton of makeup under your eye, you get those creases and your makeup doesn't look very good. Another thing with Seint is I find that the less you use, to a certain degree, the better it looks. So you don't want to use too much of this makeup or it just doesn't have the same effect in my opinion. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tap that in to blend, and I'm gonna move on to the other eye and do the same. Okay, so I like to tap versus swipe. Do you see how it's just kind of dragging everything? The makeup sits better on your skin if you tap it in. So tap, 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 and just blend it a little bit. Now, if something doesn't look really like blended the way you want, you can always blend it out a little bit more at the end. It's super easy. Okay, and now I'm gonna go down the center of my nose with my brightening shade. So with this makeup, it creates a 3-dimensional look. So gone are the days where you just put your foundation all over your face and then just layer with blush. Now we kind of do it a little bit differently, where basically we put the makeup where we want. Now you could go in with just your brightening shade under your eyes, but if you have a little bit of like dark circles like I do, I like to go in with my main shade first and then my brightening shade, and that just helps to cover. Okay, so we've got that on. We'll blend it out better after. Now I'm gonna move on to my contour. So for me, my contour shade is called Olive. I'm just gonna tap a little bit onto my brush and I'm just gonna find this natural shadow and we're just gonna enhance that. So you can just tap it on, just right where that shadow is, right below your cheekbone, and this is gonna help to define and lift your face. Can you see the difference? Now we're gonna blend this out a little bit better still, so not to worry. I know it looks kind of dark and scary, but it all works out in the end. Okay, now the next spot I'm going to apply is around my hairline, just to create and kind of deepen that shadow. Give my face a nice Okay. And then along the jawline, so I like to just go right along that bone, just right underneath, just to create kind of that distinct line between my face and my neck. Just kind of helps pop my face out, if you know what I mean. Okay, and we are always gonna blend this part down, so it kind of blends down towards our neck. And the other shades we're gonna blend up. And that's just to create that lifted look. If we start blending our contour down, our face is just gonna be heavy. We want it lifted. Okay. Again, we can blend this out a little bit better if it's a little too dark for your liking at the end. And I'm just gonna go in on my nose as well. So I'm using the detail brush for my contour. It's double-sided, so I use this around my eyes and then just to put my brightening shade on, and then this part, this kind of angled brush for my contour shade. Okay, so again, this is just to slim the nose, bring more definition to my face. Okay, I'm gonna switch brushes now. Now there's different brushes that you can use for different levels of coverage. So I'm just going to pick my kids up from school. I don't need a super, what's the word, full coverage look right now. So I'm going to use my 3D brush. So this is my 3D brush. They're all double-sided, which is so great. Now, if I wanted a really full coverage look, I would use my buff brush. And this one is just, the bristles are a little bit firmer, and it just gives more of a full coverage look. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my main shade. So just tap a little bit on my brush, and I'm just gonna kind of dot that on in the areas that I don't already have makeup. So dot, 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 dot. And we're just gonna do a better job of blending once this all gets on. It's okay if you go over a little bit your other colors. This is because it's cream-based, it blends so nicely. And like I said before, a little goes a long way. Okay, so I have what I need on my face. I'm just gonna kind of lightly blend it together. And I like to kind of tap to blend. Light swirls work too. I find the dragging not very effective though. Okay, so I'm happy with that so far. I'm gonna move on to my bronzer next. So I'm using Bella Bronzer, it's called, and this works for everyone. I would definitely recommend that, this bronzer. This is my bronzer and blush brush. So I'm just gonna swipe it over my bronzer. It looks super dark, but I promise it's just so pretty, and it gives a really kind of subtle sun-kissed look. So I like to put it on my cheeks, the sides of my forehead. Oops, I got a hair there. Just to give me that nice glow. So this is perfect for people who don't get a lot of sun, maybe feel a little bit pale in like the winter months. This just gives you that nice glow. You see? Okay, and now I'm gonna move on to my blush. So I have a few different shades in my palette: Pink Grapefruit, Madrid, Frenchy, and Desert Sunset. They're all so perfect. They're all so pretty. There's so many different colors that you can choose from. I think today I am going to do Desert Sunset. So that's this one on the end. It's a gloss, so it's a little bit shiny, but I like that. It gives me a really nice glow. And I'm just gonna tap it onto my cheekbone there, and this side. I forgot to mention, I'm wearing mascara already, just so you can easily see the final look without having to show you me doing that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of Desert Sunset on my lips. Okay, And then next, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of illuminator. So this right here is rose gold. I'm just gonna tap a little bit on, and it just adds a nice kind of shimmer. Do you see? You can put it in or on your brow bone as well, the end of your nose. Sometimes I even put a little bit over top of my lip. There. And then lastly, what I like to do is set around my eyes with a setting powder. So we have something called vanilla dust. It's just a translucent powder, and you just tap it in. Oh, hi honey. My little one just woke up from her nap. And I'm just gonna tap that around my eyes, and this just prevents creasing. You can do your lids too if you don't wear eyeshadow. You could do a setting spray as well. It's totally up to you. And that's it. That is my final look. Super easy. Usually it takes me about 5 minutes in the morning. So as a busy mama of 4, it's just so helpful just to get a quick face on and get out the door for school drop off and activities, all those things. Again, it's just one palette, magnetized tins. There's many different sizes. There's tons of different colors, and I can help you pick your shades. Okay, let me know if you have any questions below in the comments, and I'd be happy to help you.